Morph. Don't feel like he got shut down super hard. Sometimes we see like some of these first pick carries have like a bajillion different counter matchups. Pure doesn't seem to have like, he doesn't look like he has the absolute worst by any means. So see what he's going to be able to do. They also have Whitemon playing probably his best hero. This and his ET are phenomenal. And yeah, Thompson's proved to look really good on the Zeus, and we just saw Toby honestly have probably his best game.
It was great Kunkka gameplay.
So let's see if Falcons can endure the pressure this time around, having Skeeter on a more normal hero.
And Amar's ready to carry them.
Yeah,
you know, he's trying the Brewlost game. It just wasn't one of his most played heroes. The Razor, of course, that's a classic, and that is one that, you know, things aren't going too great elsewhere on the map. He can become the position one, and he can carry them to victory on this hero. So we'll see what he's able to bring this game.
Yeah. I mean, versus Morphling, kind of difficult as a Razor because he just turns into you and then links you right back, and you're pretty sad about that, so it could be a bit difficult for him too. But as long as he keeps, like, you know, I want to see them have good, even farm. I mean, that tends to be the Amar thing where he's also scaling as well as his Sven the whole time, so they have that double scaling. And yeah, let's see how Malrin does. Another Timber. A lot of magic damage for this Timber. Literally their entire draft, right? Everyone has some form of burst. I think the Rubik, he always looks, I think Purge was the one actually talking about on a panel. Rubik versus Timber will give you kill threat through most stages. Able to steal Chakram and stuff like that is massive. And even a Morph turning into him and using it right back to him. So yeah, let's see how the lanes in particular go. Especially bottom. I'm going to be watching how Pure can withstand the pressure of these two ranged when he has the Clockwork behind him.
Let's see if there's going to be any way for Whitemon to get in there and start things off. Top lane. I mean, how easy or difficult is this going to be for Skeeter? You know, these two, do they put on a lot of pressure to the Sven in the lane?
Honestly, more than I think that I would imagine, just because of the constant spam and harass from Tidebringer into the Fade Bolt. I think there's kill threat all over the place. Can't really be I mean, mid probably not, but there's kill threat constantly from these two side lanes on both sides. As the levels build up for Pure, it gets better, but the first few levels become quite difficult for him.
CS incredibly even in the mid, I think you're, as you say. There's not going to be any action mid unless somebody makes a big mistake.
Yep. Or like a rotation or something like that really early on. But we'll
top lane.
Top. 9 class steps up too far.
They get the level 2, they get the glimpse back.
But he's alive.
He's no further follow-up available. He'll live. That bottom lane, also, you know, Pure did have his courier sniped earlier, but the more tangos coming out now.
Yeah, it always starts slow. Just that link, of course, the first few levels. He doesn't even have to throw it onto the Morphling at the start. I saw he did it onto the Clockwork early on, so as long as he just has that, if he gets a good link, then he's going to get those extra denies, of course, versus the Morphling. Pure taking a good chunk of damage there from Crit. I think that's the second time he's gotten the double bounces. Nice play from Pure. Keeps the Sentry alive. Uses the stun from the Adaptive. Well played, actually.
Tip out the way of Crit.
It's all important just to have the pulls open and stuff like that, preventing the pulls, etc. when you are playing a bit more of those greedy carries.
Not what you expected. Not what you
and
expected.
Whitemon, difficult for him to really get in on these two. Does feel like Amar and Crit can kill this clock if he gets too aggressive.
I mean, look at Pure just sitting so low as well, keeping himself nice and ready to shift up.
It's going to be very, very difficult to catch him even when he's sitting low. Pure's always going to be ready to respond.
Ready.
Only so much they can do to really threaten this morph. Outside of that, Pure's going to be fine hitting the creeps. He's having a slower start, but...
A little slower, but not the worst by any means. And honestly, at level 3, that's when they have kill threat. When Whitemon has level 2 battery assault, that's when you can start looking to go for that pressure onto the Razor, especially if he makes one mistake with the static link, then you can actually take advantage of it, but not the easiest thing to do by any means. Mid, Malrin getting a little bit more than Thompson. Thompson has a full wave under himself, though, so should be able to get that farm. And top so far, yeah, Toby's actually getting slowed down a little bit.
Well, maybe seeing if they can go...
Oh, they bring Malrin.
Indeed, with this rotation from Malrin, they might have a solid chance of going for the Kunkka. Toby's got the stick charges, but Snaking, he's actually the one to be falling low first.
Playing with fire.
Snaking, can 9+ find the damage he can?
He does.
The Fade Bolt's there. First blood will be for Tundra, and they didn't have the damage to take down Toby. He's able to walk away.
He was 8 mana short for the Whirling Death. Oh boy. And now bottom also, they get a full link onto Pure as well, so. Mar, he'll be happy bottom, but up top.
Yeah,
big kill.
Getting the kill and not losing anything. You know, Thompson also throwing out the tip to Malrine, knowing that time was certainly wasted at the end of it all, with Malrine having to make that trek up top. And bottom, Whitemon still not quite able to be in a position to really set up anything aggressive.
Trying to clear that camp since he didn't have the, the block anymore from the sentry. Double damage from battery assault on it, but yeah, it's not going to be able to take it away from them. At least he prevents the pull from the side, so the wave actually meets for Pure under the tower rather than being all the way far up. So he should still be able to keep getting this good farm. I guess 9 class saw him ward. That's why the tip came out, so he's going to be able to get that instant D ward versus snaking. Oh, look at this rotation. Thompson's actually also making the move down.
I mean, Whitemon's trying to bait the action.
Mar.
They're going to lead in on this jump forward from Thompson, and Mar's getting burst down low. He's going to go down. Thompson with the rotation, offering up enough damage to kill Amar off.
Nice bait from Whitemon there.
Yeah, these early little moves just coming out a bit smoother from Tundra.
This type of kill is super important, right? Because the Razor is there usually to just super shut down your carry. Pure is not shut down. He really isn't. He's getting that free farm down bottom now. And now Zeus, it's going to be available, so these side lanes have to be a bit more careful on the side of Falcons again.
Whitemon will take the quick trip back to base.
Suicide reset so he can come back to Pure. Pure will be able to get himself a Lotus as well from the side there. So yeah, this is fine. This is super good for Pure. He's chilling on this morph.
Yeah, now that he's got this sort of XP advantage, this lead, yeah, he's under no sort of threat from these two. At least it's going to take more from Falcons if they want to try and slow down Pure's laning now.
Oh, crit! Spotted. Thompson making another rotation down.
See if he can run away from this crit. I mean, Pure, he's got the burst, not quite enough. Crit's going to be fine.
One more spell and a Thunder Gods probably would have had him if they could break that raindrop, but he'll be able to get himself away.
At the same time, we'll see some focus from Falcons up top once more. Malrine's hit.
Nice rune. Looks like he's actually preferring the stacks. I mean, these are pretty juicy. That's a triple stack on the hard camp and a triple stack on the Ancients. He'll be able to take that away. That's real nice.
Pure.
Good amount of damage.
I mean, they're seeing if they can maybe get kills out of this as well. Wisdom Rune will be grabbed by Toby just in time. 9 class. And this is under a tier 2 tower. They're going pretty deep for this. I mean, could they really get Toby as well? They got him with the Chakram. The Thunderstrike's going to bring him low. Won't be enough to kill him, but some very aggressive moves here from Falcons. Going for kills under a tier 2 here. 7 minutes in. They'll get away with it.
I mean, Thompson might be able to snipe snaking. We'll see. It's going to be close.
I mean, Spirit Marin is still here.
You have to be careful.
Across. He's under the tower. If they can get anything, I think the glimpse back onto 9 class. So it is Thompson on his own, but the Thunder God's Wrath comes out. He's killed off one of them. Mallory living on a slither of HP here.
Did the raindrop? I think the raindrop may have saved him. Honestly, it looked like it was going to be both of them. It's very close. I think the bottle was passed to 9 class as he got glimpsed, though, so he'll have to run back to give down to Thompson. But Thompson, I mean, these rotations are working really nicely. Matching the moves of Malrine constantly here.
I see where he wants to head next, Thompson. He's already starting to draw his attention towards the bottom lane. Maybe see if they can go for Amar once more.
Hey, look how active he's being. He is under vision this time. He'll be able to back away.
Falcons got the smoke set up top. They're looking for Toby.
They want to try to slow him down. He did have such a good game last time. He is a bit slowed down this time around, 600 behind his counterpart.
Should have a pretty good effort at this. It's a question if whether any TPs are going to come in to try and help turn this around. It looks like... Yeah, they're not going to bother putting any resources into trying to help Toby out here. He's gone.
This tower is dead too.
Should be dead as well.
They're making moves. All right. 9 class and Pure even making his way up to try to defend this one. They might rotate more. It feels like they are.
Okay, now they are. Now they want to try and see if they can get something going here. Thompson and 9 class in with a burst available to take out Snaking. I mean, Thompson will get glimpsed back to mid, but he doesn't care about that one bit. He turned up, got the kill, and he's able to get straight back to farming that mid lane.
I was about to say, that's actually super ideal for him. They brought 4 heroes, and maybe an over-rotation, and ends up being good with the glimpse. Crit in the meantime, stacks are being formed, have to be able to enable your Sven so that he keeps ahead or tries to get ahead of the Morphling. However, they did block the hard camp. We do see that Tundra, they are very aware that this is going to start happening for the Sven so that he can keep ahead or get ahead of that Morphling. And right now, he's not even ahead, so it's a pretty big deal for Pure. A good matchup overall in the game, and the lane didn't really shut him down by any means.
And Tundra, with that move towards the top, they keep their tier 1 tower fine, and they're actually able to get the pressure going onto Falcons' tier 1 tower in this top lane.
And it puts Toby in a position where he can go bottom, actually, and safely finish up that level 6. So a really cool rotation that Tundra's actually
Falcons will answer this.
So Toby, dropping the boat on bottom, Amar. Do they have a Thunder God's Wrath? They do.
It's a lot of damage. Isn't
He's
quite
tanky.
enough. He's building up the static thing here as well from Whitemon. Amar will live. Now with the backup of Marine and Crit, he can look to run down Toby as well.
Ooh.
As an attempt gone wrong there from Tundra, they end up feeding away both their lives.
I don't know.
Falcons.
I don't know if they checked. He had what? I think it was like a 15 wand, and he had the Healing Lotus, so pumps him right up with the Strength Treads.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's nice for Falcons.
Absolutely, and very nice for Amar. The exact kind of moves that he loves to sort of just punish and get his way on towards building the items to carry the game from the off lane.
Pure was able to finish off that entire top tower, so a pretty big deal for him. Skitter will start working on at least that Ancient stack. As you said, you know, that hard camp not stacked does at least have a secondary Ancient stack to farm, but yeah, Pure just keeping it up with him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Feels like it's going to be hard for the Sven to actually pull ahead and farm versus this Morphling, unless the Morph somehow gets picked off, which is pretty much only if the Static Storm catches him in most scenarios.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane also getting some pressure here. Catapult's still alive. Thompson, he wants to keep it going. He has a shield rune. Pure's turned up again. And Malrine not in the area to actually set up for the defense.
It could be hard to stop this tier 1 tower going down.
Yeah, Malrine has to run over to try to catch something, but he's a little bit late.
Looks like they've got to let it fall.
Thompson is deep now, though.
He's trying to start something. In fact,
Oh!
oh my goodness, Chris just able to snipe Pure.
He got him.
All right, I mean, they got the tower, but they lost the carry there.
And a glimpse, but the X, it's countered.
I mean, he wasn't ready for that.
He sure wasn't.
He was not ready for that. From the tree line, Crit him with the snipe, and that's the carry gone.
And he's done the build again that we've seen from Crit. Especially when you're playing versus Morph, it makes sense. Rather than maxing Acorn Shot, max the burst, the magical burst damage, and he gets it on him perfectly. Max Bushwhack will be able to connect. Big kill to slow down that Morph's farm. My God, these stacks just continuing.
Snaking tries to glimpse away Thompson.
There's no hook shot, but Thompson, he really wants him, but he won't get him.
Yeah, he's not going to spend any more time chasing. Overall, though, Falcons with the slight gold lead here. 2k advantage. The biggest difference being that this game between the offlaners, and we're going to see them go head-to-head here right now. Amar and
this
Toby.
time Toby's struggling.
He's got the X mark to separate Amar from himself. Crit's ready to back Amar up here. If he can get the catch, should have a solid chance at the kill. The pushback's not quite there, though, so Toby will escape. So the gold difference between the offlaners is starting to grow. Amar with quite the lead.
Ancient time. Toby, it looks like they're going to give him that stack so that he can actually catch back up. So that should almost put him at the same one. He has to be a little careful. Someone else.
See if they can get one more here. No, okay, they won't be able to put it back for another stack.
No. He's still not going to be fully caught up, but it's going to be pretty close to the same of that Razor now. So
yeah, definitely going to be tough for him to sort of get in the mode of hitting his stride and getting that same sort of level of performance that he was able to bring out last game on his Kunkka.
Feels like a harder game, much harder game this time around for the Kunkka, playing versus just the Timbersaw who can shred him. The Razor who just gets on top of him is able to just completely shut him down. So slower start for Toby. But yeah, Pure. Manta's about to be finished, so still very good timing. Whitemon with a very slow level 6, but now the clock does have that one finished up also. Let's see where they look to strike. Falcons Static Storm is at the ready. Ideally trying to find this Morph once, or even the Zeus, just one of these two cores.
Morph or Zeus is top tier pick-off for Falcons right now.
Looks like they're setting up to maybe get a bit of a push going. Their lineup definitely has a bit of struggle for pushing unless the Sven just turns up. She doesn't want to do just yet too much. See what they can catch.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See if Thompson's sure on the next wave. They're starting to swing around towards the bottom area, maybe seeing if they can favor towards catching out Pure, but Pure, it's not going to be easy to find.
They've been off. They've been gone for a bit.
They're bringing him back up. They know that these sort of moves are probably going to be heading the way of their cause. So Tundra makes sure that there's backup inbound.
River Ward saw the couriers. I think it saw maybe even both of them. At least it saw Snakings, so they know that there was a potential gank setting up bottom, so they TP 2 heroes just in case to protect Pure. And Snake's going the very, very long route with Malrine to try to be sneaky to find this morph, but...
Yeah, they're not going to find anything.
Yeah.
Tundra completely out of there.
Really nice wards, honestly, from Tundra this series. Last game, I saw the same thing. They seem to just have a little bit edge of advantage on vision in a couple of these early game moments. Sneak them out of some of these ganks.
Falcons
still want to hunt.
They've moved the 4 of them up towards top. See if they want to look to take the tower, maybe take a fight. Malrine with the invis. See if anyone steps up. Now he's going to reveal himself anyway. Doesn't want to waste any more time.
Slower, one of the slower games we've had. 6-4 at 15 still. How many stacks have we had as well, too, if we can get that brought up again for a moment if possible? Because I feel like it's just been a very stack-intensive game, kind of from both sides. For Toby and then also for the Sven.
Skeeter definitely more likely to hit a timing this game on the Sven as compared to the Jug, where he should be able to have quite the presence in the team fights with this.
Let's be honest, one's a real hero, one isn't. Sven feels much better in most situations, if not all.
Heading in with the TP's now down bottom, but crit! That's going to be a very quick and painful death.
5 heroes set up here from Tundra. They wanted to try to find another one. Immediately, Falcons looks like they'll be able to split up. Looks like probably a tower push, though. Pure, setting up for it.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The Falcons, want to do anything about this. Doesn't look like it.
They need everyone. I don't think they want to look to
both teams just really avoiding one another.
Yeah,
going for these early little objectives, but not pushing it beyond that right now.
I mean, both want their timings. They do have some pretty peak ones. Like if Razor gets the BKB before or as the Kunkka gets an Aghanims, then it's going to be pretty okay for Falcons to be able to play versus it. But if Kunkka gets it before any of those BKBs come out, the team fight becomes difficult. Much more difficult for Falcons, of course. And Amar show himself up toward top. Whitemon is setting up in the area, playing around Pure. And I see Pure, he's holding a point. He's waiting for an opportunity, holding in case he has to go for the morph. Because if the Razor steps up, they see an opportunity, he morphs right into him. Same thing versus Timber. It's 2 really good morph targets to be able to pose kill threat. These things just continue to stay quite calm.
Yeah, now they'll look for the action. I mean, they've got the Atos setup here from Crit.
And a blink on Malrine.
Yeah.
So way to pop targets.
They've got the setup. They'll have the burst damage.
They're even going towards Skitter. Okay. Well, this could be a nice one here. Thompson. They'll spot him for a second.
Whitemon, he's going to be the easier one to jump. They'll look towards him. Actually, they'll throw the stun towards him, and then they'll turn their attention over towards 9 class.
They'll get
split perfectly, get the 2 supports.
Good smoke move. And they'll even find a ward that was honestly just placed.
Dire's top tower is under
Should be able to find this tower as well, too. God strength at the ready if he'd like to. And he will.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Clean little move there from Falcons.
Oops, nay, he's stepping up deep. Thompson, that is really deep.
He's going to easily have the burst. The Static Storm's going to be dropped down, but not before Snake gets quickly dealt with.
He stepped up so far. I'm surprised he actually did that one. That's 4 deaths now for Snake. Quite a bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jackpot.
They're going to smoke off the back of that.
Is that...
They know there's no Static Storm.
Yeah, no Aghanims yet for Toby, but they're feeling like they can get a pick off here with this Phantom Skeeter. They know
it would
exactly
be
what he is.
a brilliant catch here for Tundra.
Oh,
they
this
go
is
straight over
perfect
towards
for them.
him, and Skeeter,
Radiant's top tower.
has he got anywhere to run? He's got the
Oh, he just got
BKB. It just came out, but the hook shot is there.
Can he get out?
As well as the cogs. He's trying to break his way out of this, but he won't be able to escape. They get the kill.
Oh, and he even did the disassemble play, so he got it maybe a little bit earlier than I think Tundra maybe expected, but oof, they get the kill and they force the BKB and maybe even Can almost finish off this tier 2 bottom. That's a big hit.
That really is. It's the biggest finding Skeeter like that. He's been having a great game.
And that's
these
gonna...
little sort of deaths is going to allow Pure to get a bit ahead.
Exactly.
Radiant are scanning.
Trying to go for Pure. Manta on cooldown. Pure has to be careful. A rocket to scout. You'll see at least... I mean, they saw both supports, I believe. They're at least crit. So they know they're in the area. Pure is going to move away. Deep vision also from Tundra. They got a... I mean, this has been there now for a few minutes, but they have a deep ward actually around the triangle that has not been taken out. And Skeeter, BKB still on cooldown for 30. He does the smart thing, though, and goes to the left side. Can they set up for Pure ever?
I mean,
No.
it's just not going to happen right now.
No.
They need to...
I mean, they're trying.
Maybe... They'll use the
shift
static,
off,
so
though.
Skeeter is heading over. But is he going to be here in time to really allow them to threaten?
They're still on him.
That's good. Yeah, indeed, Amar.
He's gone.
Okay, they've got him. Amar just frontlining and being the damage that they need to kill
Nice
him off.
bushwhack.
The bushwhack's going to catch on to the two of them. Amar, he's still alive, staying on top of Thompson. Thompson's gone. It's a double kill from Amar. Amar finally falls.
Oh, massive.
But Falcons, they're getting the cleanup on this one. Skeeter turns over towards Whitemon. He's dead as well. They found the four of them.
Oh, that was beautiful. I mean, Amar.
Amar, he really was. It felt like, you know, they needed maybe Skeeter to get that kill. No,
Nope.
Amar says, I got the damage.
He's
I've got
stuck
the
right on
damage.
him.
I'm ready to go for this one. Goes straight in. Definitely, I would imagine Amar making the call on that, saying, I can do it. I can kill him. I can go for this.
They finally saw that opportunity, right?
Yep.
Like, Pure was actually playing pretty far up. The supports make the initial go, and bam. Falcons blowing the game open now.
Yeah, huge stuff there.
Huge.
That's going to get Amar well on his way towards his next item. And
I love his
7K
build.
lead now for Falcons.
I love Amar's build this game. Pretty standard, I would say, I guess, in this one, when you're playing versus like a Zeus, the Mage Slayer to tank up in BKB, but the pretty much perfect one for him to stick on Pure and then just also reduce Thompson's damage and stick on him.
Just couldn't get away, Pure.
Yep. Skeeter's probably like, nice, man, thank you so much. So I'm struggling a little bit, but that was like the perfect timing for all that to happen. And they'll be able to look to finish off this Tormentor with the good old Razor Classic. Let your Eye of Storm stack up that minus armor. And clean that one up too. And they get a good one. After the blink finished up on Snay, he gets a free shard.
Tundra, they're going to see if they can get someone around this area. Crit has been spotted. Hookshot's in.
Decent kill. Toby's game's so much quieter. Yeah, his Aghanims is done, but by the time this Aghanims has been finished, those BKBs are done on the two cores that matter the most. It's going to be slow for him, unless they can somehow force the BKBs before a fight, but feels like so far for Falcons, they're very patient. Taking their time, waiting to strike perfectly in this fight. This whole game, it's just been slow, but slow has worked for them.
Yeah, they're feeling very comfortable this time. Falcons.
Pure's still very farmed.
He is,
Same
but
thing with Thompson, but
it's a much harder game for him to carry.
Radiant are scanning.
It really is. Against sort of effectively, at least the two, maybe you could even consider them the three carries with how much damage and how much of an issue Marion is going to be as well on the front lines. It's three cores that Falcons have in prime position.
Thompson, he's caught.
He's going to get caught in the Static Storm. It's another easy kill here for Amar.
Amar is doing it.
He is.
Even though, you know, the Razor versus Morph matchup that sometimes the Morph thrives in, Amar is doing it.
Yeah, definitely able to have a lot more impact this
Look
game.
at Pure. Skater's got the high ground.
They've got the Rod of Atos and the stun into the bushwhack. Hookshot's going to be coming in from Whitemon and trying to hold them back away from Pure. Pure is also going to get caught by the glimpse. Skeeter's still in on top of him. Pure, can he run for this?
He's gone.
Crit's able to get him with the Acorn shot. As Pure's gone, Skeeter, he can continue the cleanup here with his God Strength. Turns over towards Whitemon. It's going to be another kill for him. The bushwhack again from Crit onto the two of them. Double kill for Skeeter.
He's got backup too. And another stun.
He's ready to continue diving under the tier 2. Toby, he's going to be gone as well. Skeeter making sure that we get some attention back on the traditional carry here for Falcons.
Man, he tried so hard to survive there to Snay. Beautiful glimpse. He gets Paviste, I think it is, or Solar Crest, pops the Warcry, but it doesn't matter. Not enough to save Pure. stuck right on him. Honestly, these two supports are doing so much work on the side of Falcons. The catches over and over again, the glimpse, the double bushwhacks.
Yeah, Crit is, he's doing a hell of a lot.
Yep. Those last two moments, swinging things massively in their favor.
I mean, it really does just feel like, how on earth did Tundra deal with all these cores, all these carries that they've got going on Falcons? I mean, Crit obviously with his build-up as well, he's going to feel like an additional carry of how much control and how much damage he'll start to dish out. It's a whole lot. Yeah, he's got the full lightning now on Crit.
Same net worth pretty much as Toby. He said, quiet game from Toby. He just hasn't been able to find a single opportunity. Same thing for the two supports.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reality of it. It's getting to the point where Falcons, it feels like they've got 4 cores, and Tundra at the moment, they've only really got 2.
Yep, pretty much. And now the smoke forced, looking for top since that Roche is going up there. The ward coverage, though, is Falcons is super ready for this fight. Yes, they're smoked, but 2 wards to watch.
Dire are scanning.
And Malrine in position. He's got his Aghanims finished up already.
What sort of catch can they find? Whitemon heading in. They'll scout them out with the Thunder God's Wrath.
Hook shot off the mark.
Gonna get the connection. It's a bit messy here now for Tundra. God's Strength's gonna be popped by Skeeter. Skeeter's ready to chase him with the axe. Jumps over towards Toby. Toby, he's gonna be out of the fight. Crit finishes him off there with a beautiful shot.
And Pure,
he's gone in.
He is deep.
I mean, he gets the support kill, but I don't think he's getting out of this one. He's got a waveform, but he's caught in the trees. I mean, going for moves like that, you can definitely feel that Tundra, they probably feel a bit helpless right now in this position. It's a very, very tough game.
And they had, I mean, it's the full ward coverage. As soon as you pop Zeus ult, if you don't catch a hook shot and kill somebody instantly, you look to start running away. You get glimpsed on the morph. Snake catches him, he dies. And we see there, Crit surpassing Toby, and Toby's had no game this time.
No. This has been, your Falcons, they had a shaky game 1, but coming in on this game 2. Looking a whole lot better, and I think a lot of it really does feel down to the fact that you got both Skeeter and Amar on just much better heroes this time, right?
Amar is playing one of his absolute best.
Yep, and it's showing.
Yep. Really wanting to chase him. He's got BKB.
He can turn and fight.
Another bushwhack.
I mean, Crit, he's just catching 2 of them every single time with these bushwhacks. Thompson's dead. I mean, Toby's looking towards Amar, but I don't think there's a whole lot Toby can do here.
Falcons is coming. They're connecting.
You got to get on full retreat. The vision's there, the drag back 9 class with the glimpse. It's just kill after kill after kill here for Falcons.
Another catch.
Toby's caught. God Strength's out. The damage will be there.
This is out of control.
It really is. I don't know how much more Tundra want to sort of withstand through this.
Pure just has to stay running the entire fight. He can't even hit targets. Malrine just bullying him right now. And he's got connection coming over, so Pure, he can't... He looks like he's gonna die. Can he make himself away? Can he sneak?
I mean, maybe with these jukes. He's headed off to the other side of the...
Okay. Whitemon will take it.
And indeed, Whitemon. He'll be the one to fall. Another one for Skeeter.
Good God. How many in a row is that? Feels like they've gotten... Besides like Snaking dying, right? It feels like it's just been absolute dominance here from Falcons.
A little bit of all chat coming on.
Hello, guys. This is Whitemon. Wait, what?
Well, I don't get it. Is he just?
I think because he offered him up himself as a death to try to protect his guy. I don't know. Interesting.
Friendly banter.
Whatever.
Sure. Smiles all around here. They're not smiling at all.
Look at him. He's watched the wisdom rune, but Amar, he knows.
But this is always good when the all chat starts to come out from the winning team. That's when you can start to throw the game. So you got to be careful with your confidence when you're coming in with a bit of all chat.
I feel like it's usually not Skitter as well, too. That was rare. I feel like he's usually the quiet guy on this team for the most part. In the all chat.
Oh, let's see where this leads. Can't get too ahead of yourself. Even in a game where you are this far ahead, crazier things have happened.
He's so farmed on this now at this point. And like you said, it's not just him. He's got that 4 cores, maybe even 5, even though Snay died a lot. Snay is getting closer and closer to Aghanims as well, too, soon to surpass Toby.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's going to be literally 5 cores against 2 cores. It's going to feel like of how far ahead of Falcon are with their itemization.
It feels like miles difference in comparison to the 3-4-5 this game. Just feels like Falcons have been able to do so much on those 3 in comparison. Quiet game from 9 class Toby, as well as Whitemon this time around.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 2 to go. They're in the mid.
Look at Skitter just playing alone, hitting the tier 2. What?
Uh-oh. He's away. The hook shot.
Only for now.
Chris going to continue to lead the chase. He's got a pushback at the ready. See if he can find him. It's good jukes, but not good enough. He knows he's in there. Gets the pushback in. Another one for Amar.
Just desperate moves from Tundra, trying to find any little bit of farm they can. Pure, even cutting some waves. Pure does not have a TP up here.
Oh.
He is in
no.
He is DP. I see his courier.
Uh-oh.
Wait, does that...
Has it got a TP on?
It does not.
Oh, send it back.
Oh, it needs Snay. He's looking for him. In the meantime, Thompson.
He's going to get back to killing people. Pots the BKB. He's going to run down Thompson.
Farewell.
Crit also able to snipe. He's going to snipe both of them. Crit's going to take these kills.
But it feels like it's pretty close to being called.
It feels rough. You know, it's always rough when your carry's on the other side of the map, hitting the neutral creeps and not having a TP ready for the base defense.
I think
That's when, you know, yeah.
I think, too, like, he has his courier and he's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is it coming out now?
No, it's going back to the base now.
Back to the base. Get that TP. Get it over there.
Oh, just don't go back to the base. It
That's
doesn't, it doesn't look very welcoming anymore.
Pad up the stats so you don't look, you know, too rough on the scoreboard. It's been a tough game for Pure to carry.
Yep.
As some would say, probably impossible for him this game. It's not been easy. Falcons as a whole just getting a hell of a lot done, and they're ready to go diving. Skeeter is over towards Toby. Toby will be able to get back to the safety of the fountain, but the tier 3's gone. The barracks on the bottom lane will be claimed. At least the important one, the melee, it's gone.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And Pure will now have that TP and the BKB. So did honestly get quite a bit done up there, and he wasn't needed.
No,
so, you know, he didn't have a
TP
TP because he knew he wouldn't need to come back and do anything. His presence wouldn't have changed anything down on that bottom lane. So it didn't matter at the end of the day.
See what type of, I mean, what he's going to be able to even do with this. It doesn't really help him so much still versus, of course, that Sven and Razor. They still can just like stick on him even though through it. So at least protects him versus the catch, I guess, of snaking. For now. For another 1,000 gold. And then Snay has an Aghanims.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Snake's looking for the catch here. Toby's stepped
Toby.
outside of the base.
What's his position?
Are they actually going to hunt all the way down here?
Oh my god, no way. Toby, don't step out.
Don't move.
Top tower is under attack.
He's got
Dire's
TP in a
top
few
tower
seconds,
has
so
fallen.
should be okay. They won't check around that little bit of a gap that you have to look through the trees. He's fine.
Heartbeat. Snay, though, he's just constantly on the prowl. He knows that they're just playing on the top and bottom side. He wants to find one. It's not an Ag static storm, so he'll give his life.
Good stuff there from Pure. I mean, Pure, he's doing what needs to be done. He really is. He's getting as much as he can from the map. He's able to get back to the safety of the base, and he picks up a kill on the way out.
He's trying his hardest.
He really is. And he's going to have to continue to do so to try and carry this one.
Especially versus the amp damage Skitter with a Daedalus and a Nemesis Curse, so heroes are going to detonate.
Falcons bringing in the mid and the bottom wave. And of course, the high ground hold from Tundra isn't bad. They've got the full Octarine on Thompson, so he can really spam the spells.
Almost BKB on Toby if he gets shard as well afterwards, and they've got the pull in as well from it too.
Like
Problem is, these buildings die very quick to the Sven.
Yes, the buildings die quickly, and you have 3 cores on Falcons that will not be scared about diving the high ground. They're all incredibly beefy, incredibly tanky.
Maybe even 4 cores that won't be. We can't really write off crit, of course.
Yeah,
Level 19, 13,700.
12. Yeah, I mean, crit on the hook wing, because it's always a joy to see.
He's my MVP this game. Him and Amar probably split down the middle. Actually, we'll give Snay like 10% too.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Tundra, very difficult for them to get outside of the base.
They get a good shard. At least Pure doesn't have to buy that one. We'll have a way to
Yeah, that's
a bit more.
If you're getting the free shard, you want to go in the way of Pure.
Yeah.
You want everything on Pure right now. If you're Tundra.
Are scanning.
Pure has managed to turn around some pretty tough games in the past.
It feels like pretty much all the pressure is on him. And then, like, the rest of the team, their job is pretty much like poking, forcing BKBs if they can get the control to allow Pure to get his
Radiant's
actual
top
attacks
tower
and stuff
is
off.
under
But
attack.
it's a tall order.
It is, but just looking at the numbers, it's impressive in its own that you're in a game.
Tied.
indeed, where your team is 21k behind, but you still as a carry have the same amount of farm as the carry on the team that's 21k ahead.
Yeah.
Like, he's keeping up, but is it going to be enough to provide them any sort of chance to turn?
Snake.
Marie's in with the jump on towards 9 class. Pure, we're trying to hold him back with the stun. Back up to the high ground. Marie's going to look to chase in.
He's got the Ag, so he's invulnerable.
And he'll kill off 9 class. Amar gets the last touch on that. Pure. He's going to turn into the Razor. Use the static link against Amar, but Pure is getting pretty low. Put the BKB. Standing his ground. Turn the raw skin.
He's suicided. Uh-oh.
Okay. This is pretty huge. Can they get anything more? Amar's going to get the BKB TP out. He'll make it away. They'll be able to put a stop to Crit's escape, though. And just like that, Pure, he's got to do it, and he is doing it.
Oh, Skeeter, you got to be careful. Oh, Whitemon gets him back. Oh, Skit Gods, it stops him too.
Here we go. Here we go. The all chat has been opened.
It was definitely spicy because Pure, he gets the, 140 damage, I think it was on the Link. He gets the waveform attack through the Sven, who just jumped in too far. I mean, you were saying they do want to dive these towers, but this time, a little hard.
Do that. The smiles come out from Thompson. He knows that, when the team has...
I love it.
Falcons, Skeeter opened up the all chat. He's the one who started this game. And then he makes a move like that. It's going to feel bad for him. Yeah. Skeeter's going to be feeling a bit hot under the collar.
Still, Falcons, they're comfortable, but honestly, 1 or 2 more of those.
Yep.
Gotta be careful.
Pure has carried games like this before.
There still is, of course, there's the GG item. Snaking does have the Aghanims, so there could just be a situation where they jump, static stone, boom, game ends, stuff like that. But that is a big swing. Now, top net worth, of course, for Pure. I believe that is going to be his butterfly. Pretty much finished up if he wants to commit for it. So.
They will probably be looking towards the Roshan before they go for that sort of move again, Falcons.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. And maybe just hitting buildings a little more naturally approached with the Sven rather than diving so far. Do have to give respect, of course. There is BKB piercing disables, right? Clockwork in the base. If you're diving like that, 2 hook shot, that'll be a little cautious. Roche, though, as you said, it's up. Falcons all set up around top, smoked.
I mean, Tundra could look for the fight around the pit.
I mean, they have Butterfly and Elven Tunic versus Sven with no True Strike.
Really strong.
He is really strong now.
If he doesn't get caught by the Ag Static Storm, Pure can kind of clean up. So if they get there in time.
They're going to make it this time.
Yeah, Falcons themselves, they don't want to commit for the roast. They do want to try and take the fight head on first.
I mean, the double evasion, we'll see how they address that versus Pure. Like you said, it's a Static Storm. It's got to be on him.
Skeeter's going to pop the God Strength. They're going to try and finish off the Roche quickly.
Far swing around from the right side. They saw where the rocket came from, though. So
this could be wrap around from Pure. He's getting some good information. I believe sort of caught vision there with Skeeter.
Ward's placed.
Using Thunder God's Wrath to try and scout things out. Now jump forward straight away, Pure.
He's got the link.
He's in onto Skeeter and he's completely destroying him.
He's dead. Uh-oh.
Pure. He's absolutely doing it here. Can he be dealt with by Amar? No, the X-Mark's going to be there to drag Amar back away from Pure. Pure's ready to get back in with the waveform. Closes the gap on towards Amar.
Oh, he's doing
Amar's dead. Double kill for Pure. Skeeter, he's come in with the buyback for this.
Skeeter?
The Storm is there.
He's dying.
But it's a buyback. Ooh, is he going to die? He's still alive.
He's dead.
He's going to get him. Pure.
Holy moly.
It's a dieback on him. It's an ultra kill for Pure.
Does he get out? He does. It's stunned up.
They should be able to kill him, but he's already done the damage. Pure, he doesn't mind going down here. He got an ultra kill, a dieback on Skeeter. I mean, boys and girls, this is why you don't start the all chat, kids. You don't start the all chat. Karma will get you.
What an angle of approach from the fight. They used the rocket from Whitemon, which maybe gave a little bit of inkling for Tundra, but you can see Snake's feeling the pressure. He didn't get a good static because Whitemon just got on top of him. He chased him the whole fight. Pure's able to get, I think, almost a full static link on Skeeter. Kills him in seconds.
I mean, sure, they still have that 16k lead on the side of Falcons, but it feels like this is Pure's game to win now.
Definitely a possibility.
He's going to have level 25. He's going to be able to get his next time very likely before the big push comes in when Skeeter's back up. And yeah, that required a buyback from the enemy carry and for them to sort of catch him and kill off the rest of Tundra in the way that Falcons did to be able to have the chance to bring Pure down. if this sort of fight plays out in even just more slightly optimal way for Tundra and for this morph morph's just going to clean up.
Yeah. Crit's still getting insane scaling, of course. I think I'm actually looking at him to maybe surpass the Sven soon at this point for Falcons, because he is honestly absolutely enormous. He lives the whole fight. Hex could be huge versus a morph too. So. Yeah. But wow, what a couple of moments there for Tundra.
I mean, yeah, Pure's ready to do the scaling and sort of like the hero killing, and then Topson, of course, he's ready to keep this game going and just clearing the waves, holding the high ground. He can keep the game in a constant state, which makes it difficult for Falcons to proceed towards the high ground and try and close this down. Yeah,
these, honestly, the Thunder God's Wrath plus the Rockets just to scout inside the fight, it allows Tundra to kind of pick and choose which targets they want to go for initially. Get rid of that Disruptor with the Clockwork, look for the Sven, get that link up and everything too. And now 25's a bit hit. Honestly, a pretty important one for Morphling, I feel like.
Yep.
The waveform, just the frequency, he's going to be able to do it versus something like Razor, be able to distance himself, get in on top of heroes. But yeah, Pure. I mean, hard, but he's doing it, but he's now playing versus now one Hex and a second Hex soon to come out. So
sure. It's
so difficult.
It's indeed. It's going to have to require him to keep at the level of play that he's been bringing.
And they have to find snaking, right? He still is, there's a lot of priority targets.
Storm, the Hexes, those can be the things that just shut down the dream here for Pure.
I think Toby now, last game I feel like he got this 15 minutes earlier. He had such a good game. The Ag's Bloodstone, I think he just has the Bloodstone now finished up. So his team fight too. Once these BKBs start ticking down, I believe it's a 6-second one for the Sven. It's gonna start to have more impact as well.
Now, the question is if Tundra want to try something outside of the base. It is into this Aghanims and Cheese.
Pure spent out.
Aegis and Cheese. I mean, and of course, it's still at a point where looking at the buyback status is how many more minutes. It's still going to be like 4.5 minutes until Skeeter's going to have the luxury of a buyback. So still plenty of time where he could get punished again for that failed buyback attempt in that earlier fight.
Pure knows that he can't risk going like saving for a buyback. He's actually just committing the gold. I mean, the Scotty is, yeah, it's going to be a nice pickup too for him. Catch crit. The Hex.
They get the catch here. I mean, Pure's going to try and help out, punching into Malorine. Toby's able to put the BKB. Toby will get out of this. And they'll be okay.
The threat, though, there it is. They can just... That's the scary thing about these Hexes, right? If you don't pop your BKB almost instantly, you can die. They're looking to re-smoke Tundra. It's Aegis for 2 minutes. Alright, 9 class stepping up pretty far here. So be careful, he'll be alright.
Seems like forever the Falcons have been eyeing up this tier 2 tower. Still not yet really ready to fully commit for the push. Despite having this Aegis, it definitely makes things, as I say, a lot more complicated that Skeeter does not have that luxury of buyback.
Yeah, he wants his next item too. It feels like he's like, man, I die very quickly if I can't turn and fight back. If he has to just play to run, he's going to die. So if he has to Tanic, he can God Strength and perhaps hit back versus that Morphling. So looks like he wants to figure this out before this fight. Does Crit have his Hex? Oh, no, he's not. He hasn't found much farm yet in the last few moments, but they still have Malorines. And Amar also, he is still continuing to be absolutely massive too. Can't forget about this. He has the 25 talent.
And he's, you know, he's been behaving himself. He's keeping his cool, right? We're not seeing any all chat from him. He's ready to sort of quietly carry this game.
And I honestly, like him and Crit, I'm looking like they are still so massive.
So if they've got anything, they've got the Bushwhack, they've got the Static Storm. They've caught him, and he's gone.
No buy.
Just like that, Pure is out for 100. He doesn't indeed have the money. If the rest of them can escape, Toby will be able to TP out. But indeed, 90 seconds.
That's enough time for them to go for the cleanup. This is what Falcons need
to maybe close it, or at least do a lot of damage with the push.
That's what happens sometimes.
Topson is cutting the wave.
Okay, they've got a
Fortification will deal with the glyph, but the bottom lane's coming in onto the tier 4s.
Yep, Amar, he's hitting tier 4s. He knows there's no buyback.
This could be very, very painful here for Tundra. They're gonna lose a lot. The Hex is there onto Topson. He's up. He has buyback, but the mid-bracks are gone. Falcons, they are going to back off and deal with the tier 2. There's still a tier 2 to be taken on the top lane.
Okay, they'll just go for the safer play. Just go for the Megas.
So it looks like Tundra will get another chance out of this.
Maybe. I mean, he's got it. It looks like it'll be Megas. Have so much time.
They're going for the Tormentor. Satanic done on Skeeter.
Malorine's continuing it.
30 seconds still. No Pure. See if they can finish off the Mega Creeps Falcons. Tier 3's gone. They're jumping in beyond the pace. They're looking for the dive, but he's able to get it.
One tapped.
Marlery just gets in, completely destroys 9 class. Toby's BKB still on caught up for 15 seconds. Amar's on top of them with the static link.
Look at this
Toby's
damage.
trying to run. Amar staying in on top of him. Can he get back to the fountain in time? He cannot. Toby's gone. Out for 80. Falcons, they'll clean up this top rank. They'll take down Whitemon. Fury's going to be back up in a couple of seconds. But 3 teammates down. It's just Pure and Thompson left. And with the full 5-man of Falcons alive, they can keep this push going.
He's static
the
storm.
static storm's there. Snakey's got the catch. They've got the kill. As Falcons, they will get the victory here. And they will be pushing this series to a game 3.
Which I think we're all super